Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central Time. And this is Vishan Borich, also known as the Tough Mama. So if this is your first hangout, I hope that you are here and you can hear me okay. Make sure that you log in down below. You'll see that there is a chat window there. That is your way to communicate with me during the hangout. And I will tell you that I probably won't answer you right away. I can't really talk and answer at the same time. I've tried and it makes it sound really funny when I do that. So go ahead and write something in there and realize that a few minutes after the hangout's over, I'll answer any questions. And as always, you can reach me best on our Facebook page, and you can get there at Vishan Borich. So it's facebook.com/Vishan Borich. Or you can go and just reply back to any emails that I've sent you, and I'll be sure to get back in touch with you. All right, so let's get started. So today's topic is a good one. I get excited every time I do these hangouts because I try to choose topics that I enjoy, and I hope that that resonates with you as well. So today's topic is called money. What's really holding you back? And this is a topic that we actually covered just recently at a mastermind that I attended. So some of you have been following me online. If you haven't, I just recently got back from Bali, Indonesia with my family. We attended the Unstoppable Mastermind there in Bali, and it was amazing. I mean, of course, just being in Bali was incredible, but being at a mastermind as well and learning from people from all over the world and also having an opportunity to teach in front of that audience was incredible. I also will tell you I am a little jet lagged still. I just got back actually 2 days ago, and I'm not fully back to our time zone here. So it's 13 hours difference in Bali compared to where I am now. So it's a little bit different, but I tell you what, I will have a lot of great blog posts to post here soon, sharing some of the adventures and things that I learned. But today we're going to stay on topic. So I was waiting a little bit for a few of you to join, but we're going to stay on topic with money and what's holding you back. So one of the speakers that was there was a gentleman by the name of Brent Payne. And Brent Payne is a very experienced public speaker, and he's been in the field of personal development for many years now. And he's worked with people such as the likes of Deepak Chopra, who many of you have heard or read some of his books. He's also been an influencer to my own mentor, Rhonda Swan and Brian Swan from the Unstoppable family. They attended one of his seminars years ago, and that helped influence them to where they are today. So I'm really excited to share some of the knowledge that he imparted on me. And shout out to you, Brent, if you're on the hangout today. I really appreciated you and getting to know you, and my sons just adored him. They thought he was the best, so they got to hang out with him as well. All right, so here's what we've got. So basically, I want you to think about something, because we're going to be going through, really what the same exercise that I went through when I was there in Bali. And the main topic I want you to think about is that you will never succeed in any business if you don't believe in yourself. Okay, so your business won't work unless you truly believe in yourself and that you believe that you can do it. And there are some things that each one of us has in our subconscious that can hold us back from that belief that we can succeed. And we're gonna be discussing those today. So I'm gonna pull up. I have some notes on my screen, so I'm gonna be pulling those up because I want to make sure that I cover everything that I set out to cover today. Just a moment here. All right, I hope everybody's doing well. Be sure to shout out below if you are watching this live. I love to know who's actually on live, and I will reach out to you after the call and just say thanks for being on the show live. All right, so here's the thing. A lot of us take advice from a child, okay? And which child is that? It's your inner child. I think that's really important, because so many of us, we go through life with old belief structures that we learned when we were a child. And we continue to take that advice even now that we are adults. And that advice is tainted. It's tainted by the eyes of a child and not really understanding where those beliefs came from. So we're going to dig deep today as to those beliefs that you might have about money, because the reality is those beliefs can be holding you back from ever experiencing the abundance that you deserve in your life. Okay, so let's think about what your thoughts are about money. And this is the exercise that I went through. We're just going to kick it off with that exercise. And so I want you to think about your childhood. All right. Now, let's imagine for a moment if you grew up in a family, in a lower middle class or poor family, you might have had a fear that being rich makes you greedy, for example. Or perhaps you have a fear that unless you work really, really hard, like your mom or dad did, that you don't deserve to be rich. So if you're in a business where you don't really have to work that hard, then you may feel like you don't deserve to be wealthy because your mother or father, work such grueling hours and work very, very hard. Maybe you have a fear of being seen as a rich jerk. I mean, this is something that somebody brought up, is that their family had this view, or they said around the dinner table that people that are rich are just jerks and they don't think about the needy or the poor or helping others. So think about that. I mean, do you believe, or did you have a belief in your family that if somebody was really, really wealthy, that they were arrogant or rude or greedy or just a jerk? And if that's your belief, then what I challenge you to do is get out a pen and paper right now and start writing down some of those fears or beliefs that you've had about money. And here's another one. Maybe if you grew up in a wealthy family or upper middle class type family, maybe you have a fear of never having time with your family if you are rich. This is a common thought process with very wealthy kids that grow up, is that their family, their mother or father, didn't have enough time to spend with them because they were working long hours in order to produce that kind of income. And so there's this assumption that perhaps by you becoming wealthy, that you won't have enough time for your own family and your children, and that's something you don't want. Okay, so maybe you have another fear, and that's that you're making more money than your parents. That fear that, who are you to deserve to be wealthier than your parents? Okay, I'm just throwing out ideas here. But what I'd like you to do is think about when you hear the word rich, what's the first word that comes to mind? What do you associate with the word rich? Some people associate the word filthy, as in filthy rich. Is that a positive word to be thinking about money? I don't think so, because being rich is a noble endeavor. Having money allows you to help more people. It does. And if you start looking at it in that way, then you'll start changing those belief structures. So I did this exercise. I literally sat down with a pen and paper at the conference and started writing down all my fears about money and what it was that was maybe holding me back from reaching the next level in my business. And I challenge you to do the same. And you may be surprised at some of the things that bubble up inside you when you think about, being wealthy and being rich, and what your inner child thinks about that. So here's the key, is you want to bring those subconscious thoughts about money to the surface and make them conscious so that you can then turn those around. Because until you realize those thoughts, they're going to continue to hold you back. All right. So I've got a few more thoughts that I wanted to go through on that. And that is, your subconscious wants to keep you safe and comfortable. That's the whole goal of the way your subconscious works. So when you have these thoughts about money, these negative thoughts about money, then your subconscious is trying to keep you there. They're trying to keep you safe and comfortable in the place that you believe you should be in regards to money. So here's the thing. You've got to get out of that comfort zone, and you've got to really work on changing those beliefs. So how do you do that? You challenge those beliefs by first writing them down, being aware of them. So your conscious now knows what's going on. So then you can cancel that belief. And it's as simple as saying this, saying the belief, the fear that you have out loud, and then actually going back and saying, I cancel that thought. Okay. So one of my thoughts was, I was ashamed. I had a fear of having so much money that others might potentially be jealous of that type of income. And there's no real reason for that. But then I thought back to my childhood, and I came from, an affluent family growing up. And so I started thinking back to when my parents bought this really beautiful home. And I remember feeling ashamed of that for some reason. I felt like it was kind of bragging to the world that we had money. And so when I brought friends over who didn't have money, for whatever reason, I took that internally as being ashamed. And this was a huge breakthrough for me. And, it's really hard for me to say this because, these are very personal thoughts, but I want to encourage you to have those personal thoughts as well, because these are the type of breakthroughs that you need in order to reach the next level in your success. So once I realized that I had this childhood belief of being ashamed about having a great deal of money, I simply said out loud, I cancel that thought. I cancel that thought of being ashamed about money, because the truth is money is something that can be very good. It can be used for so many great things. And I have no reason to be ashamed of money. And so it just was freeing. It was freeing for me to realize that. And I hope that, this kind of encourages you as well, because by stretching yourself and announcing that you cancel that past belief, it opens up your mind for new beliefs about money, that it's going to help you so that you can then change your life or transform your life into a brand new direction that's going to help money come to you and flow into your life much more effortlessly. Okay, so here's a few other thoughts about money. A lot of people believe in a philosophy that in order to attain what you'd like in your life, that you have to have money first. So you have to have money, then you have to do what you need to do with it in order to achieve success, and then you will become whatever it is that you want to become. Well, one of the other things that I learned about money was you need to flip that around. If you truly want to be successful or wealthy in your life, you want to have a lot of money, then you first need to be that person. You need to act like you have money. You need to act like you're wealthy. You need to act like that successful person that you've wanted to become. You need to take charge of stepping into your future self. So you need to be first. Then you need to do. You need to take action towards becoming that person. Okay? What types of things would that person, that future self that you'd like to become, what would they do today? If they were to step back into the past, what would they do today? And then you need to start doing those things. And then here's what's going to happen. You suddenly are going to start having the life that you desire. It's called be, do, have. I thought this was so powerful. This is how millionaires think. They don't think that they have to have $1 million before they go out and do the things that they want to do and become that millionaire they wanted to become, right? They actually think like a millionaire before they become one, or before they even have $1 million. So you have to be that person first. Take action as if you already have that in your life, and then those things will start to flow in. I know it sounds really far-fetched, because some of you, at least initially when I started talking about this, people would say, well, if I start spending money like a millionaire and I don't actually have it, then I'm going to end up, broke. Okay. Well, that's not the case, because what's going to happen is you're going to take small incremental steps in order to become what you want to be. And so you're not going to just, a millionaire is not going to blow their last dollar, right? And just for the record, there's no such thing as last dollar. As long as you're alive, you're still going to be making money, right? So there's no last. It's going to continue until you pass on. So the fact is that when you believe that you already are wealthy, you're going to manage your life in a much more different way. So be, do, and have, and that also can help you change your mindset on how you manage your money and how you manage your life. So here's the thing, be incredibly focused on that person that you want to become. Be so focused on them that you truly believe that you are that person today. I mean, who's to tell you you aren't? No one. And it's amazing what happens when you truly believe that you are that future self that you want to become. You will start attracting others into your life that are that person, that have those things, and that help build you up so that you reach that goal that you have. Okay, so these are just a couple of different exercises. So I want to also share with you that remember that you have the capability to visualize whatever it is that you want to become in your life. And by visualizing, you can actually create a new reality in your life. Now, these are some very deep thoughts, but if you take time every day to really sit back and visualize what your future self will look like, then you're going to start to see new opportunities that open up into your life. Okay, so one of the things that I learned is, are you familiar with the word paradigm? The word paradigm means a series of habits. So many of us have set up a paradigm in our life of habits that they don't suit us anymore. They aren't good for us. They aren't good for us becoming successful. So look at your current life paradigm. What are the things that you do on a day-to-day basis that actually are holding you back from being wealthy and having money in your life? And start writing those down, and then eliminate those things that are not going to propel you forward into the future self that you are becoming right now. So I hope that these things are helping you. If you're getting value out of this conversation today, then go ahead and comment below. I know for me, this was some very deep thinking that I needed to have. I needed to have that conversation in my life. I needed to build a relationship with money in my life, a much bigger relationship with money in order to achieve the next level. So here's the thing too that I didn't realize is that whatever it took for you to earn, $30,000 a year in your life, those same habits are not the same that it will take for you to earn $50,000 a year or $100,000 a year. And once you get to $100,000, the same habits that it took to get $100,000 a year are not the same that it will take to get to $500,000 a year or $1 million a year. So you constantly are having to have a paradigm shift in order to achieve the next level in your evolution with money. So you need to start thinking about money in a different way, in that it's not just dollars. Money is actually energy. When you think about how money came about, it came about as a way to trade with people. Before money ever existed, people were trading. They were bartering with each other. And we've had this discussion before on a previous hangout, but they were bartering with each other and, taking, one thing, maybe somebody made baskets and another person sold goats or whatever. So you needed a goat and that person wanted a basket. So you traded. But there came a time in which the same person that needed a basket didn't have a goat, or vice versa. So then you had to keep going and trading. So it's an energy flow of constantly giving your gifts back into the world. So money is just that energy. It's a go-between. It's a middleman, if you must, that helps us to get what we really want in life. And when you start seeing it as that, as a tool, an energy flow, then you start seeing money much more differently. And it doesn't hold you back. You stop saying things from a scarcity mindset, such as, I don't have enough money, I can't do that. Rather, you start saying, how can I do that? I want to do this. This is something that I think would be really good for me or my family. How can we do this together as a family? You stop saying I can't. You stop limiting yourself to the things that you really want out of life because of the word money. And when you stop doing that, what's going to happen is you're going to open up new opportunities and new energy flows so that you can literally create more income, more energy into your life. So you're made, your human being, your life form is made to be in the flow. You were not created to constantly be in struggle with having money and having the things that you want in life. That's not the way life is supposed to work. So the key is to understand those limiting beliefs that are preventing you from moving forward in your life with money. And once you've eliminated those or canceled them, and actually say, I cancel that limiting thought, now you're opening yourself up. You're freeing that energy so that money can flow into your life. So don't hoard money. One of the things you need to do, and this will help with that energy flow, is to give a little. Give every day. Give that money away. Help in some way with others that need help. Because by giving, you're actually putting the money into flow, and you're allowing more money to flow into your life. So you also have to feel that you deserve money in order for it to come into your life. Otherwise, it won't stay. If, like some of you, you may get like a windfall. Maybe you get some money gifted to you. Somebody gives you $1,000 or $10,000 or something like that, and you get it. And as soon as you get it, something subconsciously says that you don't deserve the money. That there's other people that are more worthy or more needy who could really use the money. And so the money is spent almost immediately as soon as you get it. And when you do that, when you feel you don't deserve it, the money will never stay. You'll always be short because you subconsciously feel like you don't deserve it. So you need to start thinking about these thoughts that are limiting you from having money in your life. So start thinking this way. Start thinking that making money is an easy thing to do. All right, making money is an easy thing to do. When you start thinking that way, new opportunities will start showing up in your life. And get your relationship with money right. Get it right. Start really thinking about what are your thoughts about money? What are your self-limiting beliefs? Do you often feel like you don't have enough? Do you often feel that it's hard to make money? Do you feel like you can't reach a certain level of income, that it's just too much because nobody in your family perhaps has ever reached that level of income? Whatever those thoughts are, get it out of your system, write it down, realize what they are, and agree to change those thoughts. Believe in yourself. Believe that you deserve to be wealthy. Okay, you deserve to be wealthy, and that you can help thousands of people with money. How much money would it take for you to help all of those that you love? Write that down, and then set a goal to achieve that, and realize that it's just an energy flow, and that you truly can do it if you set a goal to achieve it, and that you believe you can do it. So let me see. I have a few more notes. You guys getting value out of this? Is this a good conversation for you? If it is, then comment below, because I really want to hear from you as well. That helps me to know if I'm on topic or if there are other topics that I should be discussing with you guys on these Down and Dirty Hangouts. So I want you to think of one thing as well, and that is your true purpose in life is to help people in some way, to help people as a service for others. So when you come from that place, no matter what business you're in or what career path you've chosen, when you come from the place of service, of helping others in some way, of solving somebody's problems, then the energy flow of money is going to come much more naturally than when you come from a place of desperation. That desperate place of, I don't have enough, I need money, I need this job, I need this sale. When you come from that desperation, it actually repels people from purchasing things from you. It also repels opportunity from coming into your life. So start coming from a place of helping others. You'll also find that you're a lot happier in your life and in your business when you actually are putting forth that energy of, I'm here to help. I'm here to solve someone's problems. I'm here to make the world a better place. So here are 3 things that I challenge you to do on a daily basis. And number 1 is to spend money. Okay, every day spend your money a little bit at a time. Give it away, help others with it. So 1 is spend it, 2 is help others. Sometimes that's one and the same. And then the 3rd is to be grateful. Be grateful for what you have today. And be grateful for the opportunities that are coming in your future as well. So if you do those 3 things, spend it, help others, and be grateful, you're going to find that the energy flow of money will continue to increase, and soon you'll start seeing more abundance coming into your life. I know that that's been the case with me, and I've seen it happen with people all around me. And I've also seen it happen with people that are just getting started in business, and they start changing their beliefs, and suddenly things start clicking along in their business faster than they ever imagined, just because they now have a more positive relationship with money. So this is kind of a shorter Down and Dirty today. I don't have much else to talk about on this particular topic today, but I did want to have that conversation with you, get you in the right mindset, and I will be sharing with you a lot more about some of the things I learned on this mastermind in Bali. So be looking for some blog posts. I'll be sending out some emails, and as always, you can connect with me on Facebook. So make sure to do those things, and you'll find that I'm going to be sharing some very powerful lessons that can help you on your journey to abundance, health, and happiness. So make it a great day, and we'll see you on our next Down and Dirty at 1:30 next Monday. Take care. Bye.